Greetings, BUSN 1305, Introduction to Business Students. This is for section H01. Again, I'm your instructor, Dr. McGrory, and I wanted to take a moment to go over our class schedule. Now, I'm going to send this document to you as an attachment, but I wanted to give you just a brief introduction so that you'll feel orientated and ready to begin the class. And I think this is important. So this is our class schedule. And the first page, don't be distracted by this too much, is really just telling you some answers to frequently asked questions. Do I follow this schedule? Absolutely. I look at it multiple times during the week to see what's due, to see how to prepare for next week. So this is the schedule that I'm following. Our class meets on Tuesday at 10 after 9, okay? And we meet until 10:40. Kind of some odd times, but that's when we meet. The class is not self-paced. It's like any business, right? When you go into the workforce, you're going to have due dates. And so we do follow due dates. There will, I try very hard not to change the schedule, but I can tell you that I'm going to have some announcements to make through the course of the semester because we have some things going on for you. We have some guest speakers, that type of thing. I think some things that you're really going to like. We're going to use the PAUSE website. You're going to access your assignments through there. Of course, you know that you have already purchased your access into the Connect website, which you will access all through PAUSE. It's going to all be through links in PAUSE. Nothing is available until the semester begins on Tuesday, January the 18th. At that time, you can log into PAUSE and the course material will actually be there. You can log into PAUSE now, but the course materials are not going to show up until the first day of the semester, January the 18th. All right? Now let's get into the meat of it. Here's our first week, and let's just really look at this. I really need you to attend this first class meeting and to be there on time because I'm going to go through some really important information with you. I want you to feel comfortable accessing your assignments through PAUSE so that you get into, for example, Connect. Now you have 2 due dates this particular week. This first due date, don't wait until Saturday. You can get all of these assignments done really the first day of class. And in fact, you're going to want to do that because you're going to want to continue on to these other assignments that are going to take more time. So what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to open PAUSE. You're going to go into our course, click on Content, right? And you're going to see a link for the first attendance quiz. Easy peasy points that you don't want to miss out on because I'm basically just asking you if you're attending. And this is one of the tools that I use to report your attendance, okay, to the college. Very important during these first couple weeks. And so we only do this during the first 3 weeks, okay? I want you to post an introduction. We are business professionals, and I want you to give a nice professional introduction to your classmates. You're a team. You may see each other in other classes, and it's very helpful to be able to know somebody that you can reach out to, as a fellow peer, as a classmate during the semester. And the third thing that I want you to do by Saturday, January 22nd, so we start on the 18th, right? So you can do all this the first day, is I want you to use one of those links to connect, specifically this tutorial. It's going to be a getting started tutorial so that you are into Connect. What that's going to do is it's going to make sure that that connection between PAUSE and Connect is there. You're going to get all set up with your username, and then they're going to be connected. Then they'll be hooked together. They actually call it deep linking. They'll be linked together. All right, so you'll kind of go through this startup process, and the tutorial is just going to be really good information for you. And you earn points for each one of these. It's like 5 points, 5 points, and 5 points. Don't miss out on these easy peasy points that get you into the class and get you started. Now, here's why this Connect tutorial and all this other needs to be completed by Saturday, because you want, or really by the first day of the semester, because you want to continue working forward. Only a couple days later, on Monday, January the 24th, and notice this is 11:55, so don't delay, don't start too late. You need to have these 3 assignments done. A Learn Smart assignment, the video quiz, and the application activity. So you're going to click links and pause. It's going to link over to Connect, and you're going to do graded assignments. And because the two systems are linked, you'll immediately see your grade in pause. Now, start with the Learn Smart. This takes time. The Learn Smart is not a traditional quiz. It's interactive reading where you answer questions. You'll answer 2 questions per objective, okay? And if you miss a question, the system gives you another question. So it's not like, oh, okay, I've had this many questions and I missed one and now I'm done, because that doesn't really help you learn. What instead it is it says, here is a question. Did you get it? Can you right now answer that question? If not, there's going to be a button right there, a link that you're going to click. It's going to take you to the page, to the paragraph in the book, so that you can say, oh, I read that, but it either didn't sink in or I didn't look at it in this way. Okay, so now you'll start to make those connections. Then you can answer the question correctly. If you get it wrong, it's okay. You're going to get another question, and you can go back and forth to your book, and you'll be able to see the answers, and you'll say, okay, I know what the answer is this time, so that you can get it right the next time. It takes a little time, but the learning is fantastic, and it's great preparations for the test as well. It's interactive reading. Okay, it's like sitting there with your book so that you can go back and forth to the answers all the time. Keeps your mind really engaged. Okay, video quiz is kind of what it sounds like. You're going to watch a video. There's different kinds of videos. Some of them are cases where you get to hear about a company, a particular company, and and how what they're doing relates to the chapter reading, and you'll answer a couple questions about it. You can pause and rewind, that type of thing. You get 3 attempts on that. You probably saw that in the syllabus. So be prepared to do well on that. It's going to take a little time, nothing as much as the Learn Smart, okay? Then there's the application activities. It is as the name implies. I'm trying to push you a little further into the application of the concepts. Those can be drag and drop type activities, matching. It can be a video. It might be some kind of simulation activity. So they vary a little bit. Make some time to do those. If you start with the Learn Smart, you have a real solid foundation, okay? So first week, what are we doing? We're coming to class so that, I can demonstrate as much as possible. I can answer any questions that you have. That's when the material is going to be open to you, is on the first day of the semester at 12:01. It's going to be available to you, okay? You're going to have already looked over your syllabus because I've been sending out this information. You're already looking through your class schedule, so you have a little jump start there. You're going to get into pause and start to explore it and use these links. And so really, as soon as you can, that first day, perhaps, of the semester, when our class meets, you're going to be able to complete that attendance quiz, post your introduction, and even complete this tutorial, okay? This Getting Started tutorial. Then you're going to spend more time. You might even plan one day for Learn Smart, and maybe the next day you can do the video quiz and the application activity. Make sure you get all these things done well in advance of the due date. The tragedy tends to happen when you wait until Monday to complete this work, because then if you run into any kind of trouble, it's you're pushed up against the deadline and there's very little. It becomes late work, that kind of thing. Anyway. So, looking ahead, that's your first week. Looking ahead, similar activities in week 2. We're going to start into chapter 2. So we finished chapter 1 in week 1. We finished chapter 2 in week 2. You have one more attendance quiz. It's going to take you a second to do that, right? It's just helping me document that you're in there and you're trying. And you've got those same 3 assignments. You know that the Learn Smart activity takes a little time. And then you're going to plan a day, for the video quiz and the application activity. But look at this. You have a bonus activity. Now, do you want the bonus points? If you do, then you're going to make time to do that assignment. If not, those points are going to go away. You kind of have this one shot. This is due Monday, January 31st. See how we're just following this schedule? Well, what are we doing week 3, Dr. McGrory? Well, in week 3, we are already getting into kind of international business, and we're going to spend a week on this. So we are changing subjects really about every week because this class is an overview of the business environment, and it might help you decide what you want to go into, okay? So here in this week 3, this is our final attendance quiz. Now, I take attendance every class, but this is our final attendance quiz. And then, of course, you have those same 3 required activities plus the bonus. So what will I be doing in week 4? Well, I will be looking at my handy dandy schedule, which you also have, and we're just going to follow through this together. Okay, so every week you'll know exactly what you need to be doing. Now, it may seem fairly routine at first, and you might be tempted to say, I don't ever need to look at this schedule again. That would be a big mistake. Don't do that, because you'll start to get into things. Spring break is coming. Your first test is coming. And so you're going to want to be able to look ahead and see those assignments. There may be opportunities for late work. Well, when are those, Dr. McGrory? When are you going to reopen those assignments? Well, look at this. Look at this. Not only do you have your regular chapter assignments due, but that is also when you're going to do late work if you have late work. So if you know that you have some late work that you need to do, you're going to want to keep a list, and you're going to want to know you got to make extra time this particular week. So you see how you need to be able to look ahead, and it's all documented right here for you. When is spring break? Well, here it is, and guess what? You've got a little bit of time here to continue to work, but you're going to want to plan for all this. So I won't read every single week to you because you've got it all laid out right here, week by week. What are the due dates? What am I supposed to be doing? Wait a minute, there's an SLO test, which is where we test on the student learning objectives. This is not inside of Connect, and in fact, it's not inside of Pause. So you want to know that that's coming. You want to know how to study for it, and here it is listed in your schedule so that you'll know that that's coming. Is there another extra credit opportunity? Look at that, SET. This is the Student Evaluation of Teaching, and so you'll have that, okay? So each week is outlined for you there. Lots of good information, even at the end when you're ready to go on and register for summer and fall classes. That seems like a long time, but it will be here before you know it. So take a look. I'm sending you this class schedule as an attachment. Take a look at it. If you have any questions, jot a little note next to it, and we can talk about it on that first day of class. Or if you want to email me, that's great. I'm happy to reply to that and make sure that you feel comfortable as we get started into this new semester. Thanks, folks.